Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your muse Tracy. I am here to inspire you and empower you to live the life of your dreams, to create on purpose exactly what you want in all areas of your life, to stop settling and to stop suffering. You're not here to suffer. If that sounds good to you, you are definitely welcome to join me on this channel and check out my work, what I'm up to, and you'll find lots of videos, helpful videos on the channel. Today, I want to talk all about feeling is the secret to getting your specific person or anything else that you want in your life. We all have desires outside of that, but I know that's a big one. And what I want to hone in on is not really teaching you how to feel into your desired end, but where most people get feeling is the secret wrong. So that's what I want to touch on today. And not only how most people get it wrong, but what you can do about it, of course. So, as Neville teaches, feeling is the secret. And what exactly does Neville say about this? So I want to read a quote from his book, Feeling is the Secret. So here's the quote. Ideas are impressed on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No idea can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. But once felt, be it good, bad, or indifferent, it must be expressed by your 3D reality. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideas are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, man who does not control his feeling may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. By control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling, but rather the disciplining of self to imagine and entertain only such feelings as contribute to your happiness. Control of your feeling is all important to a full and happy life. So that's the full quote from Neville's book, Feeling is the Secret. It's almost a summary of the book. It's so thorough. But that's just a quote from his book, Feeling is the Secret. And what I want to hone in on, like I said in this video, is the part about man who does not control his feelings may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable ideas. Now, this is the part I want you to listen to because that part is where people get it wrong. He goes on to say, by control of feeling is not meant restraint or suppression of your feeling. Okay? So, and I would even add denial to that. The quote is just restraint or suppression, but I would also add denial. We're not denying feelings. That's not the path to feeling your desired end. And again, this is where most people get it wrong. So as you move through your life and you encounter circumstances and people and conversations and you have feelings and reactions to them, Neville is not asking you or teaching you to deny or suppress these feelings that you have in reaction. No, that is not what he's teaching. Rather, these feelings that come up as you move through your life, feel them fully and understand what the feeling is arising from. Let me explain. We think that it's the circumstances or the person or the conversation that is causing us to feel a certain way, but that is all illusion. It is only our meaning that we give to these things that we feel about, that we create a feeling from. It's our meaning. And where does this meaning come from? Well, it comes from you. It comes from your filter or your programming and your subconscious programming. And by the time the feeling is there, the meaning has already been given. It's already been there because again, you're only feeling about the meaning that you've given to the thing. It's not the actual thing that causes the feeling. I've spoken about this in other videos. That's why you can put 5 different people in the same scenario, the same situation, and they likely have very different individual experiences because they've each one projected a different meaning. You only have a feeling, an experience about the meaning that you give to something. So this is not to be suppressed or denied, but rather looked at and understood. This is a game of understanding yourself, you guys. Reality is your mirror. So if you want to understand your reality, You have to understand yourself. If you want to skip over understanding yourself and just get to the manifestation, just get the thing, you're missing the whole point. And I always like to say this, I've been there too, but at some point when you're frustrated enough, you have to move past that. So why do we have to look at these meanings and feelings and understand them? Because what we suppress, this is the reason why, what we suppress, what we deny, we essentially perpetuate. This is why the same things keep popping up in your reality again and again, different faces, same story, because it's your story. It's a truth that you hold deeply, subconsciously within yourself, and this is what creates your reality. Go watch my other video recently that I put out, Why Your Affirmations Aren't Working, where I talk more in depth about all of that. I can't go into that here. The video will be too long, but I just did a recent video about why your affirmations are not working, because what's actually creating your reality is your deeply held truths. The truths that you hold deep within yourself, that's what creates your reality. And that's where these meanings come from that you're projecting on to things that you're having feelings about. So we have to look at these deeply held truths because we can't change what we can't see. And again, if you don't want to look at it, you're missing the whole point. If you just want the thing, you're missing the point. You're missing the whole point. And you're essentially keeping yourself stuck. And you'll stay stuck there until you realize that you're doing that to yourself. And so we have to look at these deeply held truths because we can't change what we can't see. And this is why I don't use the term subconscious a lot in my videos. I know I just used it a moment ago, but typically I try to use another analogous term because people think that subconscious beliefs are hidden, they're unknown, they're sabotaging them. They just don't know what's, they don't know what's creating their reality. They don't know what's in the subconscious. When this is not how it works. That would be a terrible design, and nothing is terribly designed. Everything is brilliantly designed here. No, the subconscious beliefs are showing themselves to you all the time in the ways that I've just described. They stay invisible because you believe them. So you don't see it as a deeply held belief because you believe it. You see it as just the way that it is. So understanding that the reactions you're having, the feelings you're having are the insights into the deeper layers of yourself. So slow down, understand what is happening rather than denying and suppressing. This is not going to get you to, feeling is the secret and manifesting everything that you want. We can't deny and suppress, as Neville says in his book. I think a lot of people miss that gem in the quote that I read. They just look at the part where you have to control. And if you're not processing the feelings and meanings that are already there, they're already there, and you're just trying to jump to the feeling of the wish fulfilled, this is denial, this is suppression, which only allows these things to come back stronger at a later time. So we don't want to do that. You don't need to fear your emotions, your negative emotions. You weren't given the gift of feeling all emotions when really you're not meant to feel half of them. You're not meant to feel the negative emotions, and you're meant to suppress and deny all unwanted emotions. No, that's not what your emotions are for. You were given the ability to feel all range of emotions for guidance as a tool to help you better understand yourself and to, understand your subconscious programming, your subconscious mind. Again, the subconscious mind isn't buried, sabotaging you, and you have no clue what's in there. No, the clues are coming out all the time. You just have to recognize them and see them. And again, as I said in my last video, yes, you were born into a set of circumstances that created the programming and the illusion of what you are not, but you were never meant to live in that place forever. You were not. That's why staying in this place, in the illusion of the programming of the subconscious mind, of the subconscious filter that's running the show, feels so bad. It feels like suffering. It's a wake-up call to help you wake up and return to the freedom, the truth, and back to your unlimited nature, right? So yes, visualize, choose your feelings consciously, and get good at choosing them. Get good at, consciously choosing how you want to feel. Absolutely. Start your day this way. Develop a morning routine that starts this way. Absolutely. I do this every morning. I teach my clients to do this, and I absolutely believe in this. But please, please stop fearing and suppressing your unwanted negative emotions that come up when you encounter unwanted circumstances or people or situations, and start to use those as guidance, understanding of what? Of yourself, of your programming, of your subconscious beliefs, of your deeply held beliefs that are creating your reality. Feeling the feelings fully, and then you can go back to choosing how you want to feel once again. Again, yes, I'm not denying this part. Get good at that. You need to develop that skill. Absolutely. But if you're suppressing and denying the unwanted feelings because feeling is the secret and you've got to get to your manifestation, you're working against yourself. And again, you're missing the whole point. And I want to leave you with one more quote from this book from Neville. Here's the quote. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the cause of all disease. To feel intensely about a wrong without voicing or expressing that feeling is the beginning of disease. Dis-ease in body and environment. Do not entertain the feeling of regret or failure, for frustration or detachment from the objective results is disease. So just further, along in the book where he talks about more reasons why you don't want to suppress and deny unwanted feelings, right? It's more about understanding them. If you need any help with this at all, that's exactly what I work with my clients to do and help them to do. And when they practice this, when they implement this, when they get to understand and know this part of themselves, when they stop fearing their emotions, their whole lives, their whole existence is changed. So that's it for this video. Please leave me a comment down below. If you have any video topics that you'd like to see me record a video about, then please leave that as well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.